Alrighty, I'm back. Alrighty. Woo. I'm back. How we doing? All right, I got some chat to catch up on. Let's see. The instructions are in Streamy Creamies. Oh, for Buttspot. Yes. Oh, I have to find it. Thank you, Subdead Servo. Creamy Tunes. Scroll. Gift plop dubs. Oh my god. And then we got our emotes. Plopping them out. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you like my Kevin emote plop dumps. Made Wombat draw you with that cash money. Plop dumps with that cash money? Ooh. Yes. Plop dumps with the cash money. Sultry manly man named Plop Dumps, surrounded by cash money. That does something to you. Doesn't it? Hey, what is up, Napoleon? Welcome to the evening. Welcome to stream. We are about halfway through the evening. Yeah. Oh, Travi, you think the music is slamming? I'm so glad I wrote and produced it. Come back from break. And then Napoleon swinging in with the woot. Plop dumps with the nice. Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. How do I make this go away? Boom. Okay, cool. Let's get back to game. Ooh, I have a special 4-3 scene. There we go. I'm glad you like the music, dude. I'm glad. I've dabbled in music production here and there over the years, and that's what I have to show for it. A set of like 12 or 13 little instrumental jams. All right, Final Fantasy VII, one of the world's faves, really. One of mine too, but it's interesting. It's an interesting middle child to me, more so than, the common one that is referred to as the middle child, which is sorry, hold on just a sec. Which is 8. 8 is often referred to as the awkward middle child between beloved 7 and beloved 9, but for my purposes, it's really this one, that is, because it's the first 3D Final Fantasy, and as you can see, it was really figuring out like how the cartoonish sprites translate to 3D reductive representations of characters. Yeah, 3D, 100%. We have achieved a new dimension in gaming. We've arrived. All right, let's go ahead and put our 20 minutes on and start hammering out in Final Fantasy VII. So this is Coral. This is where Barrett, aka Blowit, is from. Working town. A lot of people not very rich. Soon we will have 4D. I will be spitting in your eyeball as we stream. I'll go, and it'll be very. You'll have little sprayers on your desk. Go, yep, and it'll be 4D. That's what it'll be. I'm gonna buy up to. No, I think I have to go around. What else do we have over here? Ooh, new weapons. Ooh, but actually we already have all those weapons. What do you got? Running out one of those materia. So the system that is introduced for magic and shit is materia in Final Fantasy VII, which means you have weapons that you equip, or weapons and armor, and they have slots. Into those slots, you can feed your balls, the balls that you have with you. You grab your balls and you shove them into the slot, and that gives it magic, and that's question mark, question mark, question mark, and then profit. You know how it goes. It's that whole thing. I'm very thankful there is not smell-o-vision. Well, okay, so there's some trivia. Smell-o-vision has been a thing from time to time in very novel situations, generally where people are trying to gross out audiences, because there's an audience for being grossed out. There absolutely is. So it is actually pretty old. You know, when they came out with talkies and then color, people were like, these are huge changes to how we do film, how we consume media, stories from each other. And so they were like, let's go ahead, try out some smell-o-vision. We'll hand out little scratch and sniff cards, you know, and when you see the little graphic in the bottom corner with the number, you scratch that one and oh, you're in the scene with them. It was not popular. It's not popular except for the novelty value. So it always, so it has come back, not in waves. Waves would suggest that there were multiple smell-o-vision movies at once. No. Someone would try it, and then everyone would remember why they shouldn't try it, and then slowly people would forget why they should not try it. John Waters was one person, I believe, to use it. Now, you know, if you know anything about John Waters movies, and you imagine what the smell dimension of such a film would be, well, they're already considered to be offensive films. They're great films. Watch them. Watch every one of them. But yeah, that was the thing. It was always very much trying to be gross. Or at least just lots. I can't hate on being or trying to be lots. That's what I go for. And until you can smell my stream, well, we'll get there. But calling a spade when the spade that we're talking about is a scratch and sniff card corner that says poop. It is what it is. Could be cool for horror movies, but also like does bad smelling stuff like make you more scared? Or does it just make you kind of like sick? Like, I don't know, maybe if there was a way to like, because I know there are certain smells, I'll smell them and I'll just be like, I just feel uncomfortable. I just feel like this is, I don't know. You know, like certain pollen smells in the air that just smell like plastic or chemicals. Like, ugh. Magic Mike would smell like Drakkar Noir and David off Cool Water alternating. Yes, and it should be sponsored. It should be sponsored. And you know people will be in for that. Okay, so, but now we're talking about stripping. Okay? And I think there's always gonna be an interest in the smell dimension when it comes to naked bodies. So I would want to smell lollipop chainsaw. Well, for parts of it, right? At least. Oh shit. Kate Sith joining our party out of nowhere. Basically, we go to the amusement park from Coral. It's quite shocking to see this impoverished village next to this amusement park where everybody's like, oh, everything's wonderful. Everything's fine. Everything's great. But yeah, while we're there, we run into this big stuffed animal looking dude with, and a cat. And together it's all called Kate Sith. And that's this. So naturally, we have to find a follower to fuse their name with. That is necessary. Here we go. Pull up my follower list real quick. Will this be easier to fuse with that weird name? Heart throb. How about Kate guitar? Yeah. Catharth? No. Guitar. Yeah. Yeah. Would it be Tears? No, I keep going up into the capitals too, which makes it look even weirder. Me. That just looks like I shoved the word Earth at the end. So hard to type on these things. Qatar. Thub. Or should we do two T's? Where the fuck is the T? Oh, there it is. How does that look? Nope, don't like it. There we go. Qatar. Select. Imagine the Shire would smell like fresh cut vegetables and spilt beer and loads of pipeweed from South Faring. South Far thing? Oh my god. Okay, so exactly what you described. It's like a local radio music festival, basically. That's what I think that the Shire would smell like. But in like a good way. Mixed with like a farmer's market. You know? If there was like some sort of cross between the DC 101 chili cook-off and Eastern Market, that's what it would be. These are very DC specific references. So get hip on your nation's capital. Or unadjacent nation's capital if you're from Canada. Or actually no, I defer to Rammstein on this one. We all live in America, okay? That's what I believe. So I always forget how to kind of like navigate this place, but basically Elliot in the morning. Yes, oh my god, that was such a thing. And if I could catch Elliot in the morning, that was great, but no one was driving me to school really. It was normally taking the bus, and what we would do, especially in high school, I remember doing this for 3 fucking years in high school. I had the same bus driver. We would listen to the Steve Harvey morning show every fucking day. Did you know that Steve Harvey has, or at least had, a daily morning show? syndicated on the radio. Yeah. And I remember I was there in high school in that yellow fucking Twinkie bus, listening to the Steve Harvey morning show at the peak of the act like, or think like a man, act like a woman hype. Like when he was fucking, I don't know if that was his first book, but like that was where he was like, this guy makes fucking the worst books. He has a Judge Steve Harvey show now, and ABC. My mom's loves watching it. I bet it's great. Look, Steve Harvey, he straight up said the wrong name at like Miss Universe or whatever. Like he is untouchable. Like as a host, as a presenter, he is fucking, you cannot touch the guy. And it's not to say that like, I don't know, certain scandals wouldn't like fuck up his whole career. I'm sure it would, but like he is like everyone's, like he makes us feel better about our elders in a way, in the sense that he like, we don't take him seriously and he doesn't really aspire to be taken seriously. I think at certain point, pretenses like he published a book telling women how to act, like I don't know how to take this seriously, but at the same time, like, it's kind of fucked up. And Family Feud is great with him. Yes, so many memes, so many GIFs. Like, he makes older gentlemen seem just disarmingly clumsy and impulsive, and it just speaks to something I think very human, something that we want to see in our paternal figures, I think, a lot of the time. Yo, how many Johnnies are there? Holy fuck. All right, plot. Here we go. Who killed the doofus? That's a dead doofus. Oh, where are you going? I do love the reruns of the original Family Feud host. The madman would open mouth kiss anyone. Ooh, that's uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. They just would do that though. They would just fucking do that. And Germ Theory was like a fucking century old at that point. So they knew the health risks. It's just so bizarre. It's like, hey, to, you know, just establish our trust, let's have like a physical pseudosexual interaction in front of your family. I'm just gonna cuck you real quick in front of your loved ones. Don't worry, it's just gonna be a quick cut. Quick cuck. We're gonna tear that band-aid right off. Cuck you right in front of all of your friends and family, and tell them get on with the show. Oh, I didn't even equip Kate Sith. I did not do that. Made it a small little ball. Cool. Can we go down in here? Yes, we can. It is an empty chest. That's lame. Hold up. There's like a... Yep, this is Coral Prison. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. Oh boy. And again, I have forgotten to equip Kate Sith, aka Katarth. My personal bubble is very big, so I let anyone, I think, So, my personal bubble is very big, so I don't think I would let someone get that close to me in the first place to open mouth kiss me. But who knows? I have been slacking in the MJ Ninja training. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, could I fend off a game show host advancing on me? My ninja training. Got it. I was like, dude, is there like weed, like ninja training out there? Is there like, you know how they have like hot yoga? Do they have like stoned karate? Because I don't know if I could do that. I mean, all it takes is showing up high, right? I could take down anyone. Where do we actually go from here? Weird that this prison is crawling around like, wait, what? Yeah, I do want to enter the Chocobo race. That's, I guess, how I get out of here. You knew? Then go and pay your respect to Mr. Coates. All right, let's go, have your next business. Well, my next business? Well, let me tell you about my other businesses. They've gone so well. Never seen your face around here before. You going up? Yeah, up. You don't seem to understand how things work down here. This is the Gold Saucer's garbage dump. And that makes all of you scrubs. Only way to get back up there is to win the Chocobo race. But it's not as easy as you rookies think. Of course, if you got the boss's permission, it'd be a different story. But you'll never get that. Yeah, hold up. All right. Forget about it. You know what I was actually thinking of? Is like the sweat gland fuck from Osmosis Jones. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like, good, kind of a gross scene, but it's how they introduce the villain. Basically, he overthrows the local mafia of this guy Frank's body, which I guess is an infection running in a hair follicle. It's like it's an ingrown hair, basically. But they treat it like a sauna, like a sauna. Sorry, I don't know why I can't talk today. It's so fucking weird. But like the boss of this like infection gang or whatever it is, this group of local bacteria, he talks like that. Here's what we're gonna do. First we're gonna start here in this hair follicle in the armpit, right? And then, you know, maybe we'll start a few pop-ups, you know, around town, start local, and then we'll go fucking international. Hugh Grant from Mickey Blue Eyes? I know Hugh Grant, but like, I've never seen Mickey Blue Eyes. Maybe that's what the whole reference was in the first place, but it just, yo, Barrett, aka Blow It. How you doing, buddy? You just shot the couch behind us. Didn't want none of you to get involved. Hey, that's Loud's line. It's too dangerous. I can't let you get involved. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're already involved in this. We saw you hurried here, so come on, Blow It. Just tell us what's going on. You guys, I heard that the murders at the battle arena were done by a man with a gun arm. Was that you? Hugh Grant kind of impressed me in the new D&D movie. I hear it's really fun. Played opposite James Caan, Boston accent, pretty fun. Yeah, do a Christopher Walken impression. I have said more cowbell so much. Yeah, I do need to see. I need to see the D&D movie too. My friends used to say that I do a Christopher Walken like on accident, like I'll fall into it. And I think it's mostly because I'll take these long inordinate pauses while I'm thinking about certain things that I want to say to them because I get distracted in the middle of my own sentences and whatnot. which I don't know if that's what's happening to Christopher Walken when he takes those pauses, but yeah. So what you gotta do is you gotta, that kind of pause. But like Christopher Walken. No, I can't do it. Nah, we're not gonna try. I can only do it on accident. So this is Blowit, aka Barrett's origin story. Hold on, I think we are missing an element of our... Weird. I guess I'll fix that later. Got a new right arm to get revenge to Shinra. Yeah. Trying to do the Bud voice that Yile does. I want his brother Tub to call in, do his show. That'd be hilarious. I love when he says explore the space. Really explore it. I used to say that to my guild when we raided it in WoW boss attempts. Still working up courage. We'll see. Yeah, me too, man. With the Yile show. Something about a character. At least with Fiona, it was like, I'm just like me being genuine, which I can always do. Let's get some of our weakest characters in here. Get them trained up. There we go. Be careful. It's surprisingly good. I was shocked. Well, thanks, Travi. Thanks for tuning in and giving me some feedback on the voices. Napoleon, you're referring to the D&D movie. I do want to see that. It's definitely one of those things that I don't know. Okay, so my deal with movies these days is that I don't go see them nearly as much as I used to, and I used to religiously try and see everything that was like even just good as it came out. And I would read reviews religiously. I stole my mom's Entertainment Weekly as soon as it got plopped in, It was just like that. But that eventually led me to my film school education and everything, because I was just obsessed with movies. And all the way up through college studying movies, like, yeah, I saw every movie that could even conceivably be like at the Oscars, or just was like, yeah, anyone had any positive buzz about. But eventually I pivoted to tech, and yes, now I'm back making stuff, doing audiovisual work, specifically with streaming. But I really fell off the intake on movies, and COVID, of course, didn't help. So yeah, I mean, it's really quite stark to me how far I've fallen off the wagon for seeing modern movies, but try and get the most essential ones. Games, on the other hand, though, I am now catching up with all the classics, and it feels really good. Final Fantasy VII, for example. But games take a lot of fucking time. Whew. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch on over to Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, I just realized we didn't ever switch the category to Final Fantasy VII. I guess that's gonna have to be fine. Yeah, okay.